Hello and welcome. My name is Kamau Ngeshe. Karibu kwa show. Today we are talking to Caroline Muchiri, a business lady. Atupe story yake paka mahali alipo. Karibu sana.
I don't know, what else?
Maybe tuanzie hapa. Yeah. Tuanzie mahali tulimit. Yeah. So I met Caro through a mutual friend, and hiyo wakati tulikuwa tunafanya kazi ya kuuza glass.
We were hawking glasses.
But tulikuwa tunajiita wholesalers. Exactly. If I remember correctly, hivyo ndio tulikuwa tunajiintroduce. Yeah. You know.
Actually, tulikuwa tunasema we are promoting goods for a certain company.
That
was the term.
Yeah, that was the term. Yeah, tell us about that. How did you get into that?
So I was in college. Nilikuwa nasomea Thika.
Okay.
And at some point it got tough. I was supposed to sit for my exams, but I didn't have that money. So I had to look for something to do. Ndio niweze kulipa exam.
Okay.
So I started asking around, how can I get a job? I just need to make some money to pay for this exam. Okay. So I found a friend who told me she was coming from Muchiri or something. And she met some people in the bus. They started discussing and they told her they have a job. So she told me, let me go first. I check whether it's true or not. So when she found there's a job, she called me. She told me they were at Mlolongo. I didn't know Nairobi. And I didn't have even fare. So I borrowed fare from a friend. Yeah. I came to Nairobi. I didn't know Nairobi. I only knew Afya Center. So I stood at Afya Center, the greenhouse. Okay. The greenhouse.
So mkamit na this lady Afya Center.
Yeah, I waited for her for like 3 to 4 hours before she came. I was just standing there. I couldn't move. I didn't have any other money. I was waiting for her. If she didn't come, I don't know what could have happened. Okay. So finally she came. She told me, actually the group has proceeded to Mwingi. So we need to go to Mwingi. Boarded a bus to Mwingi. We go to Mwingi at night. So I found these people. And I was like, what? They showed me, wakanionyesha whatever they're selling. They were in cartons. And I was like, I don't know whether I'm going to do this. Like, I don't know how I'm going to manage this. But anyway. Wakanibaya food. They were kind enough. They bought me food. Wakanipatia pahali pa kulala because you were supposed to sell, cater for a place to sleep for yourself, feed yourself on the commission you're going to get. So on that particular day, they did all that for me. The following day, we woke up, nikapewa mtu nikaambiwa nipeleke food. So we went. Huyo mtu ni kama, unaona wale watu hawapendi story. So tulienda vile tuliongea na customer wa kwanza, akanihepa. Nikabaki field peke yangu.
Uko na carton, uko na glasses.
Niko na carton full of glasses. Nikibeba. So nikajipa moyo, nikaingia the next shop. So the first woman I approached in her shop, I started telling her how good these glasses are. Actually, when you've got many guests, they're able to share your juice. And she was like, now you even know how to serve my guests. Who told you I don't have enough juice?
Umeanza kumuonesha ni economical. Wow, that was your selling point at it.
Yeah, that was the first person I met. I got broken, but anyway, I had to proceed because I owed, like, nilikuwa na watu. I had to pay people's money. I had to know how I'll sleep that night, what I'll eat. So I had to continue. The next shop I went, I think there was my breakthrough. I found some women talking. I introduced my staff. And they bought the whole carton actually, and they asked me whether there's another one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I sold it, went for another one. For that day I sold like 3 cartons. I remember I made 1,200 and
1,200.
Like, there is money here. There's money.
Pesa iko.
Pesa iko hapa. And that's why I called a friend of mine who is
a mutual friend. Yeah.
I told him there's work here.
Yeah.
Hapa kuna pesa. Kuja.
kuja tufanye kazi.
We started selling. There are so many challenges. We sold. Tulijikaza tukauza. We went around the country.
So glass ukauza for how long?
I sold glasses to a point I now got to know the company. I started going for them myself. I employed my people. People were working under me now. But there were so many challenges. At some point, tukafirisika. I think tulifirisika too. I went nowhere with that. Because pesa yote ilikuja ikaisha.
So what happened ikaisha?
We went to, I think we were in Machakos. We were waiting for the mzigo, as we used to call it, to come from Mombasa, the head office. And they told us, the bus has already left. They are headed to, was it Kitui or Mwingi again? I think Kitui.
So nyi mko Machakos, waiting for the bus and already ishapita, na imepita na mzigo.
So we can't wait for these goods to come back. We had to follow them. We followed them.
Muende kwenye tu zitawekwa muuzie huko.
Huko ndio tutauzia. Anywhere ilikuwa market. Anywhere ungeuza anywhere. So what we did, we went back, packed our things and followed the bus. Tukaifuata, it was Kitui, I think. Yeah, we went to Kitui, started selling. So I think there was another group doing the same thing we were doing. Na walikuwa wametoka Kitui. Like, so the territory was exhausted.
Already watu walikuwa.
We couldn't sell. So we decided now we'll be going to the nearest town centers around Kitui to sell. And the following day we decided to go, I can't remember that town. But unaona vile vitu zinafungwa juu ya Nissan. Tukafungiwa cartons zetu za glass, sisi tuko ndani. At some point the cartons flew. Zikaskata kwa barabara. Stock yetu ikaisha hivyo. Stock iliisha hivyo. Hatukukuwa na anything else. We just had to go back home because we didn't have anything else. And I went back nikakaa for like 2 months.
So
we are trying to figure out what else.
Story ya exam kulienda aje? Julianza ndio ufanye exam.
Niliuza glass na nikarudi nikafanya exam. I did my examination. I paid. Actually, I was saving towards that. When I started working, I started saving until I got the 18,000. I paid for my exams.
Exam ilikuwa inadai 18,000. Na hiyo una make kwa siku average ya 600 ndio li save.
Yeah. Within 2 months I had the money actually.
Wow.
Within 2 months nilikuwa na hiyo pesa. And I did my exam. I sat for my exams. Yeah.
So after exam ukarudi kuuza glass. Hapa stock imefly na upepo kutoka juu ya Nissan.
So we went back. We were partners with my friend. So we decided, we tried to figure out how else can we get capital. So everybody was to talk to their parents to see what we can get.
Okay.
And we got something. So we went back to Mombasa and started all over again. We sold. Then the company closed down. They started, I think, manufacturing the Sprite bottle.
Okay.
A green bottle. So they were not producing glass. So we were stranded. We started going to Biashara Street, Mombasa, get some dishes, sell to the Swahili women, and we make something.
So then, at this point, mnaishi wapi?
Tunaishi place naitwa Likoni.
So mmerent how?
Tumerentisha nyumba.
Okay.
1,500. Tulikuwa tunalipa nyumba 1,500.
1,500 per month?
Yes.
Kwani nyumba inakaaje?
It was a single room. Then Mombasa nyumba ziko kwa expensive. Actually ukilipa nyumba 1,500 Mombasa. Kwanza that locality, wewe umemake it. Nyumba zilikuwa za 500, 800.
Oh, okay.
Tunaongea about 2010, kitu 2010 hapo. So at some point tulishindwa kabisa. So tukajoin a friend. Tuliomba a friend atu accommodate. As we figure out what else. So this friend was working in a hotel. ndio akatuambia atatutafutia job huko. So my colleague got the job first. I remember it was on one Sunday I went to church and I had a testimony, like I had somebody testify how they were called the best in food and beverages. I didn't know what was that. But I told God I need a testimony coming next Sunday. And true to that, God is faithful. On that evening, this lady came back and told me the cashier was gone, so they needed a cashier. So I had to go for an interview on Tuesday. So I joined the hotel industry. My friend was already there. Actually, he got the job before me. I went to that restaurant. It was a Chinese restaurant. So I joined that restaurant. I started working off like a bartender. It was a restaurant with a bar.
Okay.
So my work was taking stock. In Mombasa, you have to freeze glasses before you serve. So I used to clean glasses and put them in a fridge.
Freezer. Okay.
And warming the towels, the hand towels.
Okay.
Basically, that was my work. And serving drinks, juices, water, yeah. So I was very slow, very slow. So the Chinese woman who was there didn't like me at all. So she used to come. She was not telling me like you're supposed to do this. She used to push me. What are you doing? Okay, maybe it's because of the language barrier. Maybe she didn't mean that.
Okay.
She didn't know what to say.
She didn't know.
She didn't know what to say.
She could not express herself.
But she used to push me and teach me what to do.
Okay.
So I had to learn how to be fast. I started getting interested. I had to learn how the waiters are doing, how they're receiving the guests, how to fold a napkin, how to arrange the table the Chinese way. I learned very fast. And within 2-3 months, I was promoted to a cashier. Within, I think, 6 months, I was made the supervisor.
Wow.
Yeah. Then the guy had plans to open another branch in Nairobi. So we started organizing that. And within a year, I was posted in Nairobi. So I came to Nairobi as a manager. I was made the manager. I managed the hotel up until to a point where I felt like I can start my own business. And I told my boss, I feel like I'm ready. So January 2013, that was a span of like 2010, 11, 12,
Okay.
3 years. I started my business at Ngong Road, Adams Arcade.
Okay.
Yeah. And I started running it. But I think I was used to the end of the month money. I wasn't managing so well. Yeah.
Okay.
So I went back to the guy and told him, this is becoming hard. Is there anything else I can do? He told me, actually, I want to partner with somebody else in clearing and forwarding business.
Wow. Okay.
So if you don't mind, I'd love you to be there as kama macho yangu.
Okay.
I was like, okay, but I know nothing about clearing. He told me, I'll send you to Mombasa for 2 weeks to get some basic training. I was like, okay. I went to Mombasa. I was given some training for 2 weeks, just basic knowledge about clearing and forwarding. And we came back. I came back, started looking for an office at Ngong Road, a place called Jameson Court. It's still there. Still see it. I got an office there. We furnished the office and started working.
Okay.
Yeah, I started marketing. Now I had a partner as well there. We started marketing. It was hard. It was tough. But eventually we got a client, a Chinese client. Actually, he was referred to us by the same person.
So between nyinyi kuanza kufungua and the time you got your first client, ilikuwa how long?
That took us like 3 months.
3 months before you got your first client.
Yes.
Muna market too.
Yeah, but I was still managing my business.
Okay.
I was still managing my business.
Okay,
so I'm working and I have a side hustle. So this guy came, cleared like 5 containers with us. And he didn't know how to sell these containers. So he asked us, can you people help me know where I can sell these things? They were ceramic cups, plates, glasses, things like that.
Okay, so ameship, ameimport.
Yeah, ameimport.
Amewapea kazi mmeclear.
Yeah.
And then tena amewauliza juu ya story ya kuuza.
Yeah, so me I didn't know. So this Chinese, my friend, wanted me to do this alone. So he told me, you just take this guy to wherever these things are sold. So I had to ask around. You remember I didn't know Nairobi. So when I was transferred from Mombasa to Nairobi, I still didn't know Nairobi. And this Chinese believed I knew Nairobi. So what I did, I took a taxi guy. Wherever he wanted to go, I could ask this guy, do you know this and this place? Yeah, so he used to take us. I learned Nairobi as he learned, but he never knew. He thought I knew Nairobi. I never said I don't know. I always said, okay, wow, I know. Let's go. Let's do this. I can do this.
You can do this.
Yeah, everything. I actually took all the licenses from the city council. I didn't know where that was. I had just to find my way. He used to send me everywhere. He believed in me. I don't know how, but he made me believe in myself as well. So I had never stepped to Kamukunji. So I still called that taxi guy, take me to Kamukunji. Now with this new Chinese.
Tuende Kamukunji.
Yeah. Tukaenda Kamukunji. Where do you want to go to Kamukunji? Anyway, tuende tu
Kamukunji tu mahali.
So nikaenda pale
mahali kuna uzo ceramic.
And I had to find my way like I've been there before. So we went round and he found whatever he wanted.
Okay.
And he asked me whether I can be able to market for him these things. I was like, why not? I can do that. I can do this.
Any opportunity unapata, take advantage of it.
So I nikaingia Kamukunji, I started marketing. It took me like 3 months again to sell 1 single cup like this. But I'm still doing clearing and forwarding. I'm still doing the marketing for clearing and forwarding. Marketing the mugs, and I'm still running my business.
So business umeajiri mtu wako hapo?
Kuna mtu nimeajiri hapo. So nikitoka kazi napitia pale.
Unaangalia.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
mkauza kikombe ya kwanza after 3 months.
Kikombe ya kwanza, out of those 5 containers, I sold those 5 containers to one person like this. This partner I was with, she was actually going for her dowry payment was to be on a Saturday. That particular Saturday, the Indian called me. So, like he called me on a Friday. We were ready to go for the dowry. But I had to discuss with my friend. She was my best friend. So I couldn't imagine missing her dowry. But I had to secure this business. So I told her, you have to forgive me because I have to do this.
It is after 3 months now, so you have to take advantage of that chance.
So I went to the Indian with this Chinese. They negotiated everything. So he told us to bring everything. The 5 containers I sold within a day. I think there's money here. So we left the clearing. We've not gotten another client. We have only 1 client.
Oh, in this clearing and forwarding business, hamjapata client mwingine, it is only the one. So you left that?
Yeah, we thought.
Okay, so
we thought, I think it's better here. So we started selling mugs, and along the way, something happened to this Chinese. Akafirisika. I don't know how, but he loved casino. He loved gambling, so I think that's where he lost his money.
Oh, okay.
Akafirisika, and that was it. So whatever we had made, we had to start our own businesses. So
umeanza na that your friend?
No, kila mtu alienda kivyake.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you get into this time? Ile alcohol business ulifunga?
Hiyo nilifunga along the way. Actually, slightly before Matiang'i amwage pombe, niliuza biashara. After 1 month ndio akakuja akamwaga pombe zote, so wale watu wengi tulikuwa nao hata walifirisika within that time. Yeah. So hapo tu nikiulizia ndio nikaambiwa about biashara ya B&Bs.
Okay. Yeah, B&B.
Yeah, through friends. So I got interested and I started asking around. I got somebody who could show me everything, like he was running it. Akanionyesha vile wanafanya kila kitu, how they register online.
Okay.
Yeah, everything. I got so interested and I decided this is where I want to be.
Wow. So hapo ndio Summer Furnished Apartments ikazaliwa.
Yes. So that's what I'm doing currently. But in between, when I started my business, I still got another Chinese who was doing electricals.
Okay.
So I went to Nyamakima, sold electricals till COVID came. Yeah, he didn't come back after COVID. After he went to China, he has not come back.
Okay.
After COVID, but.
So any chance or any opportunity that you get, you take advantage of it.
Exactly.
Na hiyo ndio imeweza kukufikisha mahali huko.
Yeah.
So I think kuna kitu huwa ina to challenge as like kusema young people, but young people kukuwa picky on what we want to do and not seeing the opportunity or the chances that present themselves to us.
Yeah.
And we fail to do that and chances zinatupita. So what would you say about that?
Ukiona opportunity ingine, try it. Wacha kukaa tu pale ati itakuwa tu sawa. Time haikungoje.
It doesn't wait for no man. So you have to take opportunities and chances that present themselves to you.
Kuna mtu aliniuliza juzi, would you love to be somewhere, like venture into something and be related to it? And I told him I think I wouldn't want that. If it's not paying, I think I wouldn't want that, to be associated with something which is not helping me. If I get something and I'll be told like to be going around the world, today I'm here, tomorrow I'm there, I love that. I don't love sitting somewhere waiting for clients. I love going for them.
Making things happen.
Yeah, making things happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say to a young person out there, maybe haoni kama kuna opportunity? Because tuna complainingi sana, hakuna jobs, hakuna opportunities, hakuna chances. We complain government, sometimes we complain to our parents. Tunasema wazazi hawajafanya, government ijafanya, you know.
Glass kiekwa maji ifikishwe nusu, ni vile wewe utasema. It's half full ama it's half empty. Wewe ndio utaiona vile unataka kuiona. So
perspective ni yako. Wewe ndio una decide kuona vitu.
Na attitude. Opportunities ziko. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. Viewers, that is the story of Carol Muchiri, the owner of Summer Furnished Apartments, and telling us that chances are there. We just need to have the right attitude and see what is ahead of us, take the chances and the opportunity and run with them.
Today we are honored to have Honorable Benjamin Mwangi Gathiru. Karibu sana mheshimiwa.
Thank you.
How are you doing today this morning?
I'm very good. Just relaxing. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So, could you tell us why the name Major Donk?
Actually, when the name Major Donk, in 2007, when I bought my first matatu, the theme, the drawing the theme that on the Matatu graphics. They are called donks. That's where the name donk originated from. And as of Major, I've been doing it since I was born. And it is because my grandfather used to be called Major. So even when I was doing my KCPE, I did using Major, Benjamin Major. When I joined high school, that's when I started using Benjamin Gathiru Mangi, now my original name. I can say that I started schooling in our reserve area, that is Muchiri constituency. After that, I did my secondary school in Nyeri County, actually in Mavera constituency, in high school. Then after that, joined the business, and after like 10 years, I felt the need of going back to school, and I joined Mount Kenya University, where I did human resource management. And I'm planning time around. I'm thinking of going back to do a master's and maybe probably a PhD.
So since you said you were in business before college, so how did you maneuver around, and are you still doing the business?
I can say that I was in the copper business, actually selling fabrics since 2005, and I'm doing it to date. In 2007, I joined the Matatu industry. I'm doing it to date, and maybe some few like tractors and lorries for hire.
Okay.
So I'm still continuing with my business.
So what inspired you to join politics?
When I bought my first matatu, I took it by owner. By then, there was a lot of Mugiki extortion, and I saw that our very young people, they were really suffering. Not in the hearts of Mugiki, not in the hearts of police, everywhere. And I saw that through these illegal gangs and now the Matatu industry, actually I used to hate the drivers and conductors because of the way they used to behave on the roads. But when I joined, I realized that it is not their witch. Once they are waking up from morning at around 4, you find that when they are doing their first trip, Muriki is there waiting for their contribution. Police officers are there. This Kamagera group is there, and the whole day it's actually free. A driver and the conductor, they never got even a single minute to have peace when they are doing their business. So I saw that there's needs to see whether we can be able to protect these young men from joining this illegal gang, and also the Matatu industry, the people that who are the drivers and operators and conductors, to see whether we can be able to save them and reduce their stress. So in 2013, when there were demarcation and Embakasi became one of the constituencies, I decided to buy, which I tried in the TNA nominations, failed. I jumped the party, joined TNU, and I came a distant third with 7,000 votes. And that really encouraged me to continue. So from there I never stopped. And those 4 years, 2013 to 2016, I was actually now trying to understand each and every person who resides or lives in that area and understand their problem. So came 2017, I have already identified all the areas that needed to, and issues that needed to be addressed. And that's how it was very easy for me to create the Jubilee nominations.
Congratulations. And so I have this very interesting question. So, if anyone, even when I Google Major Dong, do you know the first photo that comes there?
I don't know.
Yeah, it comes arrested. Major Dong was arrested. So, could you tell us something about it?
Actually, that photo was in 2018. This 2018 December on date 18, and if I remember well, we had a special sitting, and at around 4 a.m. people from Nyamavira area started calling me, telling me there were the demolition that are going on in that Nyamavira area, and actually by 6 I was there, and there were a lot of youth who were throwing out these the resident properties, like households. So we tried to intervene for them to give the tenants time to move their belongings out, and since they were not police officers and the auctioneers were not complying, and they were not agreeing with the residents to remove their properties. So I had to intervene and try to stop them. That's how I got arrested in December 2018. And it was actually bad because they waited until I was arrested at around 10 a.m. and they waited until 3:30. That's the time that they were taking me to court, because they were just wanted to ensure that I spent the nights either in jail or in a police station. And actually, their wish happened, of which I spent the night at Industrial Police Station. No, prison. Industrial Police Prison. And I can say it was a good experience because it was my first time, and I came to know the suffering that even those who are jailed that are going through. And in the process, I was able to bail out like three young men. And what is it? Actually, we had a very big problem with classrooms, schools, the fencing of schools, and drug abuse. So, and that's causing a lot of insecurity. And that, I know you have heard about the Gaza group that used to have very young men and very young boys and girls, actually from class 4. Yeah. And because of spending a lot of time trying to study what is happening in that area from 2013 to 2016, I knew what we wanted. We had to do to control this insecurity and ensure that these boys and girls don't join this illegal gang. We first had to ensure that they are in school, and ensuring that they're in school, not just being in school, but in a proper environment where when a kid gets to school, he doesn't really know what is happening outside the school. And that's why we decided to fence off all the public primary and secondary schools in my constituency. By fencing, we are reducing even the involvement of the kids with the outside world, and also making parents' work easier. If a parent brings the kids to school, and now he or she knows up from the time that the kid entered the school to the time of leaving, the kid will actually be in school. Using the CDF money, we have been able to construct 6 classrooms, 6 new classrooms, no, 6 new classrooms, and an administration block in Kayore North Primary School. We have done 3 more classrooms in Bodeni. We have done Raporotari in Kayore South Secondary School. We have actually ensured that abolition blocks, they are clean. Actually, every year we give like 45 million to ensure that in form of bursaries, to ensure that all the kids are able to go to school. And using the same, we also pay like those conductors who have been able to now understand the way things operate and they need licenses. We have been able to train them, and now they are competent drivers. And these boda boda guys, we have ensured that now they have licenses, so they are competent motorcycle drivers.
What else have you built?
I can say that if you visit now Kayole police station, you can see now that it has already been fenced. I remember you saw a story on TV that police officers in Kayole are lending their uniform and weapons. And actually, when I went and talked to the OCPD, he told me that because of the insecurity that is in that area, and the police station and the police quarters, they are in an open field. That's how, if maybe at night some guys can access through in a corner, get uniform from the clothesline, and then disappear with it. Yeah. That's how we decided to fence off the police station. And now I'm very happy they are happy. And they are saying that now they are enjoying their privacy.
So what are some of the plans that you have in line for your constituency?
Actually, the plans in line, it's one is to complete the new school that I'm telling you, the 72 classrooms. And actually that will be one of the biggest public primary schools in East and Central Africa. Wow. And it will be able to accommodate like 8,000 kids, because we have done very big spacious classrooms. And I had pointed that I also wanted to do a new public secondary school in the same field. That one will be done using CDF if I get re-elected. And we'll also do technical training institutes, TTI, that are being funded by the Ministry of Education. But of course, the CDF have to chip in. They must contribute 10 million for the ministry to chip the rest. So that is one of the plans that I have. I'm also thinking about another secondary school in the Wabo Primary School. We have a big field, but if you look at the way the school was done by the county government, the city council, it was actually not well planned. So we are planning to redo the school, and now get space to do for another a new public secondary school. We are also planning to ensure that in partnership with Kera and Kura, we want to ensure that no road in Embakasi Central that will not be tarmacked. And by doing secondary schools and TTI and those libraries, I'm sure that we will have assured our kids of education, thus improving their security, and also ensuring that they don't join the illegal gang. So by doing that, I think I'll be done with my work, and by then I can maybe ask for the people's support for another bigger seat. Yeah.
Okay. We are so humbled to have your presence in this chance show. And also to the viewers, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching, and wherever you are, may God bless you.
watching Agape Love TV. Life to live. You are watching Agape Love TV. Life to live.